Hey everyone, Michael Kavardia here, and in today's video, I'm going to be teaching you how to turn complete strangers into high-paying clients. So this video is for you whether you're a personal trainer, a fitness professional, and you're working in a gym face-to-face with individuals, or whether you're trying to branch out and venture out into the online world and attract clients via Facebook, Instagram, or any other online medium that you might find and use for yourself to generate clients. Now, before I teach you how to use the techniques and tips that I am going to be showing you today, I need to make you aware of the trivial mistakes that you need to avoid in order to be successful with what you're about to learn. So, the first mistake that we see people on a daily basis making is the celebrity syndrome, right? Back when I was a personal trainer and I actually worked one-on-one with clients in the gym, and I spoke to other people and I spoke to other personal trainers that weren't necessarily doing well for themselves. The biggest reason I found back then, which is the same reason that we see right now on our strategy sessions with these personal trainers and fitness coaches, is that they think that their ideal clients are going to approach them like a celebrity, right? Hoping that people are going to walk up to you and ask you for your help in order to get them in great shape. And it just doesn't work that way. If we take the coronavirus and what we see on the news, right? People are told to social distance, people are told to keep apart. So that's the first thing that makes people wary when they're about to approach you and ask for your help. The second thing is that most people don't have enough confidence, right? And most people go to someday I'll do this, someday I'll speak to that personal trainer, someday I'll get in great shape. So in order to avoid that, what we do is we move away from the celebrity syndrome and we actually approach our clientele. We put ourselves into the market in order for them to know that we are available, right? Because if you think of Tony Robbins, for example, the man is a global public figure. He helps people transform their lives, taking them from point A to point B, where they are to where they want to be, and it does it on a global scale. But just because he has such an authoritative figure in the market, right, does not mean he doesn't present himself to the market, does not mean he doesn't market himself. He's huge on social media. He runs paid advertising and he has so much organic outreach that people aren't necessarily drawn to him because of how much they see of him in the market. Now, the same is true for you. If you're not presenting yourself to your market, if people don't see enough of you, if we were doing paid advertising, we would refer to this as serving impressions. We need to serve enough impressions of you so you become memorable and that people know that you are available for their specific need and their specific desire, right? And only once you are able to do that, once people can see that you are available and you put yourself out into the market, will you be able to attract clients. This is something that I teach in my course and I teach to all our students as well. People don't care about you. People care about the results you can deliver. So if you think just because you've won a bodybuilding competition or you have some credentials behind your name or you are the most revered chiropractor or biokineticist in your area that people are going to flock towards you, it just doesn't work that way. Firstly, people don't even know what the services you offer are. Secondly, people don't even have the confidence or the courage to walk up to you if you're such a big name, right? Unless you've done something revolutionary in the industry, for example, like Elon Musk with what he's done with Tesla, right? Now people actually line up to buy Tesla. People line up to buy Apple, what Steve Jobs created. But in the very beginning, it wasn't like that. They had to go out into the market, present themselves so that the market knew what it is that they are offering, and they then took the initiative to come through and actually buy the services or the products being sold. Now, even if we look at Tesla or we look at Apple, right, there's still advertising that needs to happen. Just because you grow, look at Tony Robbins as well. Just because you grow and you become a public figure and you become famous does not mean you need to stop presenting yourself to the market, because it's never like it is with the celebrities, right? People are never going to run towards you and ask you to train them at all. If that happens, it's in very rare circumstances. Most of the time, you are going to need to put yourself out into the market so that people know you are available and that they will take the initiative once you follow the steps that I'm going to teach you. So the biggest pitfall that you need to avoid at all costs is the celebrity syndrome. Do not do this. Do not expect people to flock towards you just because you are a fitness professional and you think you have some authority in the market. It just doesn't work that way. In order for any of the tips that I teach you today to be effective, you need to go out into the market and implement them. You need to make yourself available so people feel comfortable around you, and then they are able to probably approach you, or they are able to want to do business with you because you took the first initiative to break the ice, right? Now, speaking about breaking the ice and speaking about people approaching you brings me to my second point, which is interpersonal skills. Now, interpersonal skills relates to your social skills, how you present yourself, how you talk the talk and walk the walk, right? At the end of the day, you want to be approachable. You don't want to be someone that is seen as a hard head, someone that people can't relate to, and someone that seems cold. In an industry like this, where you're working with people, regardless of whether it is in the gym or on social media or wherever you're trying to get your clients from, you need to be approachable. You need to put out the sense or this feeling into the market so that people know that if they have a query or they have a question or they have a concern, that they can feel comfortable enough to come to you for the help, the advice, or the guidance. Okay, so that's number one. Number two is you need to have professionalism. Back when I was a personal trainer, I saw this happen over and over and over again, and I see this happening to this present day as well. And this specifically pertains to you personal trainers or fitness professionals watching this that work face-to-face with people in a gym. You cannot be on your cell phones, you cannot be eating food, you cannot be drinking coffee or anything like this at all. If you were in a corporate job, you wouldn't be doing that, right? With the exception to coffee. So why would you do that in the gym? Just because it's a gym and just because it's a place where people come to get fit doesn't mean you have the right to start eating food, chatting on your cell phones, or drinking coffee or doing anything else other than dedicating your 100% all to your clients. And that's where the professionalism comes in, because nobody's going to approach you, right? Regardless of how approachable you make yourself, if you cannot conduct yourself in a professional manner. So you need to leave, all the foods, the drinks, the cell phones, everything like that off the gym floor so that people know that you are a professional, the highest of the high in your industry, and that they want to associate themselves with you. Because people don't do business with other people or businesses that don't fit the role. So this is where it comes, walking the walk and talking the talk. Just because you have a great body doesn't mean jack shit in this industry if you can't present yourself correctly. Okay? So that is it when it comes to professionalism. You have to work on it in order for people to know that you are the best. The third and fourth interpersonal skills that you need to be working on is clear communication and active listening. Now, the reason I present it to you as number 3 and 4 at the very same time is because communication and listening go hand in hand. You need to actively listen to what it is that your market wants, and then you need to be able to clearly communicate that with them in layman's terms. So what does that mean? That means that even the person with no understanding at all of the fitness industry or what it is that you're offering can understand that. But you must listen first in order to be able to communicate clearly. Because only once you can do that and you understand exactly what it is that your market wants, will you be able to deliver the product or service that they want, and then you'll have hordes of clients lining up to work with you. But it doesn't work that way like the celebrity syndrome when I say lining up to work with you. You need to first put yourself out into the market, and then people will flock towards you, right? Because they'll know you're available, you can clearly communicate what it is that you're offering, and you're actively listening to that feedback, continuously taking that feedback, iterating on it, and then working on your product or service, making it better, and then putting it back out into the market so that you're continuously delivering the service that is incomparable to any other service they have ever seen. But also, when we speak about active listening, so many times I speak to personal trainers and I have personally experienced this myself. People have a hard time with churn rate. And what exactly is a churn rate? A churn rate is the amount of time it takes before someone drops out of your service and you get a new person in. Now, if you are a smart fitness professional or personal trainer or biokineticist or whatever you might be in this industry, you understand that you want a very low churn rate as opposed to a high churn rate, because we don't want clients coming in and out of the system, right? We want clients that come, they stay, they're high quality, we can get them to their goals, and then just continuously keep progressing from there. It's not like they come, they peak, or they probably don't even reach the top of the mountain, and then they fall off, and then you're stressed out, you're having to find other clients, right? That is where active listening comes into play. You need to listen to your clients. You need to be there for them. You need to be able to clearly communicate with them and build this personal relationship. This is why it's so personal. They're working one-on-one with you, so you have to put your client first. At the end of the day, if you can do that, if you can get to know them on an intimate level, their families, their friends, their work life, every single thing that makes this person tick, when they have problems or whenever they need guidance, they are going to come to you, they're going to speak to you, they're going to be spending so much time with you. So if you make yourself available, right? We spoke about this, making yourself approachable and actively listening and then being able to communicate clearly as well, you'll keep your clients for a longer time period. So these interpersonal skills might be something that you're not too sure, you've never heard of them before, but they are extremely important for you to be able to move your business forward, right? Because when you lack the interpersonal skills and you lack those social skills as a personal trainer or as a fitness professional or as a business entity in the fitness industry, how exactly are you expecting to grow your business? It just doesn't happen at all. Now, if you'd like to learn more about interpersonal skills and if you'd like to really take the interpersonal skills and push it to a new level, I would recommend doing a quick Google search on the best interpersonal skills for someone in the fitness industry and see what it is. You'll probably see exactly what I mentioned, but you can pick up a few more as well, which will help you move your business forward once you start implementing them correctly. So now that I've mentioned what you shouldn't do and I've mentioned what you should be working on in order for these tips that I'm about to show you to be successful, let's get straight into it and learn how you turn complete strangers into high-paying clients. Now, to keep this as simple as possible, I'm going to segment this into two different parts, right? The gym and online. Because most of you today online, just like that. Most of you today either work in a gym, and that's where you try and generate your clients from, or you're trying to venture into the online space and you're trying to test the waters and see how it is when you try and find your clients online, be it Instagram, Facebook, Snapchat, LinkedIn, whatever media platforms you might be using, right? So the first tip when it comes to the gym and online, so I'm going to write this right here, is value. You have to offer value first. Now, what do I mean by offering value? The way that I look at business and the way that I teach business as well is that business is a spiritual game. It's about doing more, giving more, and not expecting anything in return, right? When you can do that, when you can put the customer or your client first, you will achieve more than you can ever imagine. But you must work on offering the value first. Because in an industry that's so oversaturated, we have thousands and thousands of personal trainers, fitness coaches, whoever it might be in the fitness industry, popping up overnight, right? These fitness gurus that pop up, like I mentioned, overnight, and they text people and ask people to do business with them, ask people to give them their credit card details or sign up with them in order for them to, help them get in great shape. And then they never actually deliver on those services. They just keep taking from the industry. Now, what if you could do something different? What if you could give first and then receive later? And there's an actual rule for this called reciprocity, right? Which means we basically ask, we don't expect anything in return, but guess what? The world works in such a way that when you give and you don't expect anything in return, you'll get more than you've ever given, right? So you must work on adding value in the lives of your clientele and your market first, whether you are in the gym or online. Now, you might ask, how exactly do you add value if you are in the gym? So the first thing that you could do, which I did back when I was a personal trainer and I was massively successful with this, is not walking up to people and offering them complimentary sessions. It just doesn't work that way at all, right? Because at the end, you're demanding something of them, that they take up that complimentary session with you. And how many people do you actually walk up to these days, offer them a complimentary session, and then they actually take it and turn into a high-paying client? Probably 1 out of 10 or even 20 if you're lucky, right? And the reason for that is because you're doing it all wrong. You're doing it with the expectation of getting something back. And that's just not how it works at all. So to give true value as a personal trainer or a fitness professional in the fitness industry, I would recommend when you see somebody doing something wrong, right, or incorrectly, or in a way that you know is not effective for the result that they're trying to achieve, walk up to that individual and say, hey, I'm Michael, and I would like to give you a tip that would make this exercise more effective, or I would like to give you a tip that would help you improve your posture, or I would like to give you a tip that would help you speed up your results, or whatever it is that you know that exercise is going to do for them. Make it seem appealing. Literally, wrap it up in a gift and give it to them, right? And don't say a single thing more. So all you're going to do is you're going to walk up, you're going to ask for their permission, whether you can show them a better way to do something that you know they could be doing better, or alternatively, they're just not doing correctly at all, and then teach them how to do that. And then after that, tell them, great, thank you, enjoy your session, and then let me know how you feel. Don't ask to exchange numbers, don't ask for Instagram, don't ask whether they want to do business with you at all or not. Just do that and then walk away. Make yourself visible on the gym floor. Do this with many other people. Go on, walk around, help other people as well. And then after about 5 to 10 minutes, come back to this individual and ask them how they felt, or did they feel the difference implementing the tip that you gave them. 99.9% of the time they're going to say yes, and they're going to ask you whether you offer a complimentary session. Now they are flocking to you because why? You took the initiative to put yourself out into the market. You gave first, the rule of reciprocity, right? You conducted yourself in a professional manner. You didn't ask them for anything in return. And guess what's happening? Now they're actually coming to you, asking you, can they go further, or what are the next steps? And this works each and every single time. Every single time that I've done this, I was able to sign on a client and they stayed with me for the longest time possible until I actually decided to stop being a personal trainer, or I moved cities, or whatever it might actually be, but I was the one that ended the service, right? So go ahead and give this a try the next time you're trying to attract clients. If you work in the gym or face-to-face with people, just go up to them, give them a tip, make yourself available on the gym floor to other people as well. Help other people out, and then walk back to them, ask them how that tip impacted them or whether they felt the difference or not, and then see what happens from there. From there on out, you can go ahead, if they don't ask you what the next steps are, and offer a complimentary session, provided the tip did actually help them, right? Now, I know some of you might actually say, but some people are not approachable and some people just have this cold shoulders. They don't have the interpersonal skills. But guess what? When you actually do it in this manner, you're not invading their privacy, you're not actually forcing yourself on them at all, you're asking for their permission in order to show them something. And if they say no, which very few people do, then so be it. You just get on with your merry way, wish them a great day, and then find somebody else that you can do this with. Now, if you do this and it works, then hit the comments below and let me know exactly how it has helped you in your business to attract more clients. I can guarantee you that 99.9% of the time when you put the client first and you do it in this method, you will get the client to sign on. Now, the second thing that you can do in the gym to attract more clients and to turn literally a stranger into a high-paying client is to offer something of value, right? So you need to pick a niche first. A niche is basically a group of individuals that you are going to specialize in. So for example, if it were skinny kids or skinny men wanting to, gain some muscle and actually get in shape to build confidence and to build their self-esteem and to build muscle as well, then what you could actually do, you could run paid advertising on Facebook or Instagram, and not the promote button. I'll leave a link in the description below so you can watch my previous video where I talked about how to market yourself effectively, right? But you can market yourself on Facebook or Instagram and offer complimentary, whatever it might be, body assessments, or you could offer something that the niche wants and the niche would literally sign up for at any given point in time because it is desirable for them. And you just leave it like that. Or alternatively, you could speak to your gym managers, and instead of having your poster, which does absolutely nothing for your business at all, you could ask them to put up a piece of paper on a little board, like the whiteboard, right? And advertise to the people that, hey, if you are a guy looking to get in great shape, looking to build muscle and looking to build your confidence or whatever it is that niche is looking to achieve, then speak to me. I have a complimentary session, or I have a body assessment, or I have a free meal plan, or a free nutritional, something that is desirable to that market. Offer it to them, get them to come through to you. First, give them the value, right? To first measure the body, first deal with the confidence, first deal with the nutrition, or whatever else they're actually looking for, and that niche will appreciate. And then after that, tell them, hey, if you'd like help to implement what we've just learned today, then I'm the man for the job, or I'm the woman for the job, right? Again, what do you think is going to happen? You've given them value first, you didn't really expect anything in return, and most of the time they're going to sign up with you. And even if they don't do it at that very moment in time, at a later point in time, they will. Or if they know friends or someone else that wants the service that you are offering, they're going to refer other people to you, right? But more than just that, the people that are not in your niche will see this as well, and they'll see that you take the initiative. You are presentable and approachable. You're not using the celebrity syndrome thinking that people are going to come to you. You actually putting yourself out into the market, and now guess what happens? They'll refer you to their friends or anyone else that they know that has the problem that you deal with or have the solution to, and guess what? You make clients for yourself. So the two things that you can do to recap. Number one, right? Go to people and give them advice on how to do something better, walk around, and then return to them offering whatever it is you have at a later point in time. But most of the time, they'll ask you what the next steps are in order to move forward. Or number two, you could run paid advertising and offer something that is of high value to your niche, right? Something that that they are going to benefit from and they are going to sign up for, and then run that on paid advertising. Or if you don't know how to use paid advertising, all you do is you go to your gym manager and you say, hey, instead of my poster being up on the wall, all that I want to do is I want to have a little poster detailing exactly what it is that I'm offering, and I want it to be presented in the gym for the next week, right? The only problem with that is you're limited to the reach of the specific gym. So only the people that come to the gym will see that. When you use paid advertising, you can target whoever you want, and they can still come through to the gym to see you, even though they're not in that gym or they're not a member of the specific gym. So paid advertising has a bigger advantage, provided you know how to use it effectively. Now, when we come to the online space, There are various different ways that you could create value in an online presence, right? In my opinion, it's also easier creating value and reaching thousands of people online than it is in person. And I have mentioned why as well. Now, let's dive straight into the online space. So you could create PDFs. You could create how to get in shape in 60 days for your wedding, how to do X, Y, or Z that will give you what benefit will it give, right? You can create free reports, free diet plans. You can have free complimentary sessions, whatever it might be, provided you create the value first. So the complimentary session I might not use for people that don't know about you, complete strangers, right? I'd first either offer them a free report, a free downloadable, a free workout or diet plan, a free how to do X, Y, or Z. Once you understand the niche and you know who it is you're marketing to, you create an offer. Again, you're actively listening to your market, you create an offer that's irresistible to them, and then you provide it to them. Guess what happens? They download it from an online space, they look at it, they view it, they implement it, and then they get results from it as well. This is the most important thing, and they'll actually come back to you and ask you for that complimentary session so that they can turn into a high-paying client. Now, in order for it to work in an online presence, even though it is easier, you need to be able to position yourself correctly. You need to have the right systems in place, like your websites, your marketing, and the way you present yourself online to a market that doesn't necessarily know about you is crucially important. So once you have the website and once you have the positioning correct, then you get the marketing corrected, and then you can create this offer as crazy as possible, making it completely irresistible to the market. They're going to download it, they're going to take whatever action it is that you want them to actually take from it, and then when the time is right, now they've moved away from a completely cold audience, right, and then moved into a warmer audience, and this is where we can target them with something like a complimentary session or it's something deeper, the way they can actually come through and book a call with you or book something with you where you can give them more value. So it's very important, regardless of whether you're in the gym or whether you are in person, whether you're in the gym or whether you're online, to understand the different types of traffic, right? So we get cold, we get warm, and we get hot. Now, we never really attract the hot clientele because they only make up 3% of the market. The 97% of the market is made up of warm and cold traffic. Targeting the hot traffic is almost impossible. What we actually work on doing is turning the cold traffic into hot traffic, right? And how exactly do we do that? We do this by creating massive value first. So whether you're in the gym or whether you're an online trainer, or even if you're in the gym and you're using an online presence like Facebook or Instagram to generate clients for yourself, think about why it hasn't been working for you. How much value were you able to generate? Most of the time when we speak to personal trainers, especially now in our sessions that they book with us, right? The biggest thing that they say, or we ask them, how are you guys doing this? And I know you might fall victim to this as well. What you do is you go ahead, you create a quick video of you training a client, or you doing something with a client, or probably yourself in the gym. And then you go ahead and you post on your personal Instagram and Facebook, hey, if you want to do this, then get in contact with me. Why do you think someone's going to get in contact with you just by seeing you doing X, Y, or Z, or by you helping another person do it? It's not going to work that way. When we can create value, when we can show them that we are the authority in the market, we are the best of the best in the market, only then can they sign up with you. And that is when you can actually show them, because now they've moved from cold into warm, and that is exactly when you can start showing them these things where you're training other people, your customer reviews and testimonials, in order for it to be more successful and have a higher probability in converting them into high-paying clients. Now, that's as simple as it is when it comes to attracting clients or turning complete strangers into high-paying clients, right? It's all about value. That's the most simplest tip that there is in order to take these people and turn them into high-paying clients. But once you are able to capture their attention, once you were able to get them coming through to that complimentary session, or once you were able to get them downloading your PDF, your ebook, or whatever you might have created in an online space, the next step is being able to convert them, right? They've moved from a cold audience into a warm audience. Now what we need to do, or possibly even a hot audience, now what we actually need to do is be able to convert them into these high-paying clients. And this is where the interpersonal skills come in. This is where you need to actively listen to their problems, right? You need to find out what it is that they want and then present your offering, be it your product or your service, as a driving force to get to their solution. Your product or service is not the solution, but it's the driving force, the driving factor going to get them from point A to point B, right? Like if you want to go to America, for example, you need to take a flight from wherever you are and go to America. The flight is the thing that gets you from point A to point B. Now your service at the end of the day as well is the main driving factor or the driving force going to get them from point A to point B. When you can successfully do that, and when you are able to show people that this is what it is you offer, and this is how it's going to help them get from their current situation to their desired situation, you'll actually turn them into a high-paying client. Now you might be wondering, but what is the science behind that, right? Now there's a massive science behind that, and that actually goes into the art of persuasion, being able to say the correct things at the right point in time and asking the right questions as well in order to get people to actually do that. If you'd like to learn the exact science behind putting everything together and then using it to turn these strangers into high-paying clients, all you need to do is click on the link on the description below. We'll actually add a complimentary session that you'd be able to book for yourself as well, a business consultation where it will help you take each and every single one of these tips that we've shown you today, implement it into your business, and give you a strategy to be able to move forward. You'll also get the chance to cooperate with us and actually get admitted into our course so that you can take everything that we teach in our YouTube videos or in our tutorials and use it in your business successfully to grow as a successful fitness entity. So if you liked it, smash the like button, subscribe for more videos like this on a weekly basis, and implement it. Comment below, let me know exactly how it worked for you or your thoughts, as I love reading those comments and I love helping you move your business forward. And I'll see you guys next week.